As we know, Jared Goff has been one of the most durable quarterbacks throughout the last 3 seasons as a Detroit Lion. And it's not just his durability or availability, as Dan Campbell likes to refer to it, that the Lions are so enamored with, and why Jared Goff is getting the bag of a lifetime. Jared Goff has been one of the most consistent quarterbacks in the NFL over the last 3 seasons. So let's touch on, first of all, his durability and why Jared Goff is going to end up with this large payday. Over the last 3 seasons, in 2021, we saw 63 quarterbacks take a snap in the NFL as a starting quarterback. In 2022, it's been reported that numbers somewhere between 69 and 71. Can't confirm the exact number, but it's somewhere between 69 and 71. In 2023, 66 quarterbacks took a snap as a starting quarterback throughout the season. Mind you, there's only 32 teams in the NFL. Jared Goff has been very durable. He's only missed 3 games throughout his tenure as a Detroit Lion, and that was in 2021, where he missed weeks 11, 16, and 17. He has started every game since the start of the 2022 season. Let's take a look at some of Jared Goff's stats here and why the amount of money that Jared is about to get paid makes a whole lot of sense. In 2021, they went 3-10-1, or Jared Goff went 3-10-1. The Lions went 3-13-1. Jared had the only 3 season wins that year as the starting quarterback. He had a 67.21 completion percentage. He threw 3,245 yards for 19 TDs, 8 interceptions, and a 91.5 passer rating. In 2022, he nearly brought the Lions to the playoffs, missing it by just 1 game. He was 9-8 on the season, had a 65.08 completion percentage, threw 4,438 yards, 29 TDs to just 7 interceptions, and a passer rating of 99.3. It should also be mentioned that Jared Goff took more than 300 snaps without throwing an interception between his last interception in 2022 to his first interception in 2023. In 2023, Jared Goff was 12-5, or your Detroit Lions were 12-5 and 2-1 in postseason play, making it to the NFC title game. Jared had one of his best seasons ever as an NFL quarterback, 67.27 completion rate, threw 4,575 yards throughout the regular season, 30 TDs, 12 interceptions with a 97.9 passer rating. What is it average? Over those 3 seasons, he's 24-23. He's 2-1 in the postseason for an overall record of 26-23 as the starter for the Detroit Lions. He has an average completion percentage of 66.52. He's averaging 4,086 yards per season, 26 TDs to 9 interceptions, and a 96.23 passer rating. So now I want to go over some of the stats of just this last season and why, when Jared Goff receives his big payday, again, it makes sense. In 2023, Jared Goff finished in 2nd place in yards, 3rd in yards per game, 4th in TDs thrown, 9th on the list for interceptions to TD ratio, tied for 7th place with 12 interceptions. Patrick Mahomes, Trevor Lawrence, Tua, Jalen Hurts, and Josh Allen, along with Sam Howell, all had more interceptions than Jared Goff. He was 9th in QB rate, 9th in QBR, tied for 22nd lowest sacks taken throughout the season. He was 3rd in passer success rate, which measures how many yards you gain on 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or the likely 4th down to get enough yards to get a 1st down. He was tied for 7th with yards per attempt with Matt Stafford, and less than 1 yard separated 8th place to 2nd place. He was 6th place in adjusted yards gained per attempt, tied for 10th in yards gained per completion, and again, only 1 yard separated 10th place from 3rd place, and less than 2 yards separating 1st place. So when I look at how much you should pay this guy and how much Jared Goff is really worth, I don't think that there's doubt in all of the doubters anymore. I think a lot of the haters that were raining on Jared Goff's success throughout the beginning of last season and even at the tail end of the season before have finally started to turn and accept the fact that Jared Goff is a pretty damn good quarterback. I have already been on record months ago, many months ago, like 5, and said that his deal would be no less than $45 million per season. That's what the averages told me then. And now we're going to take a look at what those averages tell us now. But I'd felt that if it was a 3-year extension, it could be as high as $50 million per season. And a 4-year deal as low as $47.5 million with roughly 70% guaranteed. Now that we have another big contract done with Kirk Cousins, 4-year deal, it gives us something to revisit here and see exactly where Jared Goff's contract will land. I have evaluated the top 12 contracts, and of course, I have thrown out Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson's deals as they are just way too wonky. They are not the norm throughout the NFL, and quite honestly, don't make any damn sense. So we'll break it down a little bit here. The going rate for guarantee is roughly 70% average among those top 12 contracts, excluding the two that I mentioned. With an average contract APY per season, $46.5 million. Guarantees range anywhere between 6% to 41%. And I will tell you that there is such a wide range between these percentages. I can only assume that the teams were under some sort of a salary cap issue, and that's why some of these quarterbacks got really low percentages as signing bonuses. Typically, your team likes to put as much as they can into a signing bonus. That way they can spread it out for as long as they can, including the void years. With the ones that made the most sense, though, I find it, somewhere between 25 to 35% range as a good average for a signing bonus. And you can utilize, like I said, the void years and spread it out, which makes the most sense. So I feel very confident that Goff is going to be signing his extension soon. And this is what it would look like. I don't think that he's going to get just a 2-year extension, but I'm not going to leave it off the table just yet. I think that he would be somewhere in the realm of 2 years for $111 million on a 2-year deal, extending 2024 to have Jared Goff in Detroit playing through what would be the 2026 season. As far as his guarantee, I think that it would probably be in the neighborhood of $50 million for that, short of a window, with a signing bonus probably in the $25 million range. I think it's more likely that Jared Goff gets a 3-year deal, but I think it makes the most sense to give him a 4-year deal. 3 years, I think, would look a little bit like this: $151 million, $151.5 million, $105 million guaranteed, $60 million signing bonus, and 2 void years added at a minimum. So what does that break down per season? And why do the numbers seem to get a little bit lower with the amount of years that you add? And this is my thinking here. If you do a shorter window extension, the quarterback is going to get a higher number. If you do a longer extension, the quarterback tends to get, or any player tends to get, a little bit less money on the deal. So if they were to do a 2-year or a 3-year extension, that would look like $50.5 million per season, which would make Goff the highest paid quarterback in the league at this point, not named Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, or Jalen Hurts. So he would be right in line with those guys on a 3-year deal. I think that the $60 million signing bonus makes the most sense here, spreading it out for a minimum of 5 years, which is what the league allows, and the 2 void years, which obviously help the Lions to not punish themselves. I think that if they did a 3-year deal, Goff's guarantee and signing bonus, everything this season would probably give him a cap hit of about $25 million, which would save the Lions about $8 million towards the cap this season. On the 4-year deal, I think that it would be in the range of $193 million, $125 million guaranteed, $55 million signing bonus, just a little bit less than the 3-year mark. And again, spreading it out as long as the Lions can, so that it doesn't impact this year's salary cap. Again, I think on a 4-year deal, you could lower Jared Goff's cap hit in 2024 to roughly $20 million. So that's what I wanted to share today. Jared Goff is going to be getting paid very soon. We're expecting an announcement over the next couple of months. I have been advised that it could take as long as after the draft to get the deal done, but it is expected to get done this spring. And Jared Goff will be a Detroit Lion for at least the next few seasons, and we'll see what happens next. Thank you guys for watching Rocked On Detroit Lions. This video about Jared Goff getting the bag, and he deserves it. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.